Hi everyone, let's check the reading for the month of November. We are going to use the main tarot for this monthly reading, and I'm also going to pull up a few oracle cards from angels, ancestors, moonology, inner child, and astrology deck as well. Let's see what does the month of November hold for us. I hope everybody is doing good. Start with the main tarot. Right. Okay. Seeing something major here. We will do one thing, we'll also shuffle rest of the decks. We'll pull up these cards so that we are ready with our reading for the month of November. We'll take a look at these cards at the end of the reading, so I'll just keep these cards like this. Let's take a message from your inner child as well. Message from the moon. Keep it here. Lastly, a message from your ancestors. All right. Energy at the bottom. I've got the Queen of Cups. This card especially talks about the love offer, but here you would see in this picture that how this queen or how this character in the reading is holding her cup of love, or I would say her heart, very carefully, which means that it's a significator that she has dealt with some of the pretty um, difficult situations in terms of her relationships in the past, and that the way she is holding her cup or her um, heart now is that she is wary of the fact, and she is trying to assess the situation on if the offer comes up, then whether she is willing to offer her cup of love to that character or not, because she has dealt with those situations earlier. So she will be very careful in who she offers her cup of love. That's the energy of the bottom here. For the rest of the reading, for the month of November, I'm seeing something major. If you see here, one, two, three, four major arcana. We have the Lover's card, which talks about an offer of love, which is again, um, it's validated with this energy of the bottom as well. We just talked about that. And if you see the Lover's card, then it actually shows it's a soulmate or a twin flame card as well, which means that whether you are going to meet your um, equal half is going to be blessed by this angel. You see this angel or the guide or ancestor coming right from the sun, and which simply depicts that if you are looking for something in terms of a new relationship, then it's right there, and it's coming as a blessing. So it's coming from your past lives, your past journeys. I'm also seeing a completion here. With the world card, the energy is that a cycle in your life is going to complete now. And there has been some difficult situations, and I'm already seeing this energy is pretty much in coming from the relationships mostly. If you see this, the road towards the extreme left, then there is again an offer coming up right from the clouds, which means that there is this offer of love coming to this person, but then this person seems to be very disinterested. The only reason is because there has been a situation which has been very unpleasant in terms of a relationship, and that this man or woman does not want to get into any situationship or any relationship at this point in time, which is why even of, let's say, the angelic realm, uh, in conjunct with the Lovers card, um, and an offer coming from the higher forces, this person here sitting on the tree is still skeptical and is still not interested in this situation. This is a card of total no contact or disinterest as well. So if you're going through that difficult period, then this could be a time where you may not be in conversations or in talking terms with your partner or your former or ex-partner. We can see that energy right here from this Queen of Cups as well, how she is holding her cup, because she's again being very careful on who she offers her cup of love as well. Now, the situation where I'm seeing is, there were at least five people involved in that situation. It's a card of conflict, and it could be a work situation as well, because I'm seeing that there has been an unpleasant situation at work also. Maybe there could be some people in your office or in your immediate environment who may be trying to bring you down by being um, uh, on the opposite side of the trajectory or opposite side of how you may be trying to run the things. Let's say that you have a team, you are trying to run a project or complete a project, but then there are a couple of people whether in cross-functional teams or in your own team who are trying to be obstacles rather than adding value, or rather than adding to the progress of the project. So that's something that you need to be careful as well. And how you could do that, I would say communication is going to be the key. Whatever, whether you are doing the team huddle meetings with your team or with the cross functional units, make sure that you set your points or set your agenda very straight at the beginning of that, and then probably at the end of the meeting make sure that you also document those facts, whatever was discussed in that meeting. Make sure that that also goes through as the minutes of meeting to all the team members, so that everybody knows their role in the project and what they are expected to do on an each day basis before actually the project moves to the completion or the conclusion stage. Okay, so communication is going to be the key here with this Ace of Swords. And there is this completion um, that I mentioned. So either a relationship that has been very difficult in your life is going to complete, and which is again paving way for the new love to come, the new offer which are rolling in. But then I would say that you don't need to be very um, you don't need to be in a hurry to accept all those offers. Be very careful in your consideration. Make sure that you check all the facts, you do that background check in before getting into any relationship. It could be a new offer of a new work or job as well with this world card. And this new role, if you, let's say you accept that role, it could ask you to travel all over the world, which means that the new job or new work that you're going to get, it will have significant amount of travel, let's say 70-80% of travel in your work. I'm assuming that it could be a sales job or marketing. You may be upselling something, could be pre-sales department, or could be something where you have to go and work on client locations, some sort of um, on-site setting, I would say. Could be on the card that I'm seeing. However, one thing is sure that you are going to get really good payment for that, which means that you're either stepping into a leadership position which offers you, let's say, a good salary plus a travel allowance or a good bonus, or maybe stock options of the company as well. So I'm seeing a very good omen with this card as well. Now, the situation that happened in terms of relationships, I'm seeing that you got to know about um, the intentions of the other people or the other partners in this situation, in terms of a relationship. And that's where this disinterest is coming when somebody is trying to offer you that relationship. Then you are being very um, disinterested in that role because something happened. Maybe you found out the truth about your partner or your former ex, and which is why you seem to be very disinterested in terms of a relationship now. And I want to make it clear that I think you did not call upon any investigating agencies here, but purely I'm seeing that you are intuitive and you have a great connection with the spiritual realm also. So I'm not sure whether you got that vision, but it's something that only you are aware of, that none of the people in your surrounding situations may be aware that you know the facts. Because with the high priestess, she knows all the secrets and she deals and she has connections with both the worlds. If you see here, we have two pillars here. One connects with the dark world, the other connects with the spirit world, which means she is very intuitive and she has higher power. You could see the moon is lying straight on her head, and moon signifies intuition, and moon is the energy which actually connects us to the spirit world as well. So if you know the truth now about a situation, about the people, then it's only because because of your intuitive power, because of your connection with the spirit world. There are two other messages that I want to deliver here. Because of the situation that happened in this relationship, which broke you down mentally, physically, and emotionally, now the spirit world or the angels are asking you to heal. The Temperance talks about creating a balance in the physical as well as in the emotional realm. So water signifies our emotions and the earth signifies our practical aspects or the material world. And now what happens that whenever we go through these situations where these conflicts happen, where let's say cheating, lying, or deception happens, then we lose our ground beneath our feet, which is when we actually need to connect with um, the higher self, or I would say that's where we need to ground ourselves. So let's practice the grounding techniques also, and which is why this template shows up here. What you could do is start with the bare feet walk on the ground, let's say 10 to 15 minutes in the mornings. If you find a ground or a park near your house, that's good. um, the other thing that you could do is sit quietly and then do the lum chanting, which is going to align or balance your root chakra or the Muladhara chakra, which connects us back to the earth and to the stability as well. And when these situations happen, then our Muladhara chakra or the root chakra is disbalanced. So what you could do is you have to do these chants. You could do as many chants, but at least start with 11 chants. And the chant or the seed mantra or the beej mantra for to awaken, to activate, and to stabilize our Muladhara chakra is Lam. This is how it's done. Take a deep breath. Lam. And you could do these chantings. The more you do, the more you are going to stabilize and balance your Muladhara chakra, and the more quickly you are going to heal the past traumas that you went through. Finally, in your work, like I mentioned, you are going to get a new offer. However, you will have to work away from your home. And we already explained and talked about that the new job or the new offer that you are going to get, it's going to involve a lot of travel all over the world or all over the states. And you are definitely going to be working hard to complete your projects and you are going to make a lot of money. However, make sure that you are going to work away from your home or away from your native place at least most of the times. Right, this is the reading for you for the month of November. We'll also see what are the oracle cards talking about the month of November. Okay, so let's check the psychic card first. We've got the time 3 3. See you how all these numbers or the angelic numbers are connecting with the main tarot. The very first one, which is the angel here on the lover's card. Then we have the high priestess. Then this temperance, which talks about healing. And the message that I'm or the visions that I'm getting after seeing this time card is that you have gone through a very difficult time, both in terms of, let's say, difficult situations at work, plus very difficult situations in terms of relationships also. But this is only a matter of time now, and these situations will only be a thing of the past. So you are being asked to wait for some more time before the clouds clear up and you see the bright blue sky um, on the top of your head. The inner child is asking you to surrender. Again, the message is very much resonating with the main tarot. And the message for you is let go and surrender to the flow of life. Trust the process. And that's where this is again connected to the time card also. Trust the time, Let the time pass by, and then you are going to see the bigger picture. But at this stage, let's surrender yourself completely to the divine. That's the guidance for you. We'll also see the astrology message here, and I've got the dignified strength here. This card shows up when we um, this actually most of the time this is a reminder from our spirits and guides, and when we need the strength most in our lives, let's say that we need the motivation sometimes in our lives when we are going through very difficult situations, and which is exactly the case here in your case. uh, this is a message which comes in and which asks you, or which reminds you, that all the strength that you always needed lies deep inside you. The only thing that you need to do is tap into that. And how you are going to tap into that is by grounding yourself, by, let's follow that bare feet walk that we discussed as a remedy, or doing the lum chanting, which is going to stabilize and balance your root chakra as well. Okay. The message from your guides and angels. I've got the hunter, track down your fears and desires. Again, this is talking about some, let's say, addictions. See, addictions, when I try to connect this with the overall reading for the month of November, then I'm seeing that, see, whenever we lose a relationship in our lives, or we lose a situation in our lives, then we always have those dark fears and our desires which crop on our head. What they try to say is that because we always believe and we always have lived some situations with some people, and we have found our comfort zone in that environment, and now when we think of an idea that we have to live without those situations in our lives, how the life is going to be, because we never imagined that life without those situations. And which is what the message from your guides is, that they are asking you to track down those fears and desires, because these desires, if not controlled, sometimes lead us to those addictions. Let's say the addiction of people, addiction of a situation, literal intoxication as well. But that's where you need to follow the dharma and follow the divine path, which is the message here. You need to surrender, you need to track down these fears and desires. Don't submit to them, but rather surrender to the Almighty. Lastly, the message from the moon. Okay, see what I got to end this reading for this month. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. Okay. Um, so whether this is a situation with your relationship, or whether this is a situation at work, my message is that it's coming to an end very soon now. You are going to be bombarded with a lot of other offers in terms of love, relationship, as well as high paying jobs also. And all you need to do at this stage is just wait and surrender to the divine. Okay? You may get in touch with me if you want more detailed messages or want a personal reading. And that's it for the month of November. Take care. Jai Guruji, Jai Ma Kali.